I froze, champagne glass trembling in my hand, as my sister Tara's venomous words sliced through our engagement party. Your fiancé's a washed-up loser, Leah. A glorified barista with a failing podcast. The room went dead silent. My heart shattered. I've been bankrolling her life $1,200 a month for years. That night, I vowed she'd regret it. I'm Leah, 32, living in a cozy Seattle suburb with my fiancé, Ethan, who's 35 and runs a podcast about indie music and vinyl collecting. It's not just a hobby. His show pulls in $220,000 a year, enough for us to splurge on a dreamy 3-week trip to Iceland last month. First-class flights, stays in Reykjavik's chicest hotels, private glacier tours, and dinners at restaurants. With months-long wait lists all paid for by Ethan, we couldn't wait to share our adventure at our engagement party, hosted at my parents' sprawling backyard in Tacoma. 50 guests, twinkling fairy lights, a live jazz band. Ethan made it magical. He was showing off a podcast episode about Icelandic folk music that hit 200,000 downloads in a week when Tara, my 29-year-old sister, started asking questions. Tara's a single mom to her 7-year-old daughter Mia, and she's always struggled. No judgment, life's tough. Ethan and I stepped up, sending her $1,200 monthly for rent, Mia's dance lessons, and car repairs. She gushed things, called Ethan the best, and begged for travel stories. That night, she seemed all in, asking about Iceland's hot springs, the northern lights, how much it all costs. Ethan, ever generous, mentioned we were planning a group trip to Italy next year, Florence, Venice, the works, and wanted to bring family along. Memories trump stuff, he said, smiling. Tara's eyes sparkled. She rambled about Mia never seeing Europe, how it'd be life-changing. My parents, beaming, started dreaming of gondola rides. I thought, this is perfect. Family together. Then Tara's vibe shifted. Her smile twisted into a smirk as Ethan explained his podcast's success sponsorships from vinyl brands, a Patreon with 5,000 subscribers. She leaned back, sipping her wine, and asked, "Don't you ever feel weird telling people you talk into a mic for a living?" Ethan laughed it off. He works 10-hour days, recording, editing, networking, managing deals. He loves it, connecting with fans worldwide, turning his passion into profit. He'd even turn down corporate radio gigs because they paid less. My dad, a retired mechanic, was floored, asking how Ethan built his audience. Mom called it inspiring. Tara's face soured. Her jaw tightened. I saw it coming but didn't act fast enough. Her attack hit like a bomb. So you just sit in your basement, babbling about records while Leah slaves away at her law firm. To keep you afloat, she sneered. Gasps echoed. Ethan's face flushed. Before I could speak, she doubled down. Real men don't play pretend on the internet. You're a washed-up loser, Ethan, mooching off my sister's paycheck while pretending you're some big shot. My blood boiled. The jazz band faltered. Guests stared. Ethan tried to stay calm, saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way, Tara. I've built something I'm proud of." But she kept going, calling his work a joke and embarrassing. She said Mia shouldn't look up to a basement dweller and that I deserved a real provider. I snapped. Standing, I slammed my glass down. Tara, you're out. Of lying. Ethan's career is legit. He worked harder than anyone here, I shouted. I reminded her we paid her bills for 3 years, $1,200 a month. No questions asked. You take his fake money happily, but now you trash him. That's it. No more handouts. Her face crumpled. She stammered, I didn't mean it like that. Too late. My parents backed me, furious. Dad called her ungrateful. Mom demanded an apology. Tara stormed out, sobbing, but not before hissing, "You'll regret this, Leah." Ethan squeezed my hand, whispering, "I'm okay," but I saw the hurt in his eyes. That night, I swore she'd pay for humiliating the man I love. The next morning, I woke up with a knot in my stomach, Tara's venomous words looping in my head like a bad song. Ethan was already up, hunched over his laptop in our dimly lit Seattle living room, editing his next podcast episode. His eyes were bloodshot. He hadn't slept. "I'm fine, Leah," he mumbled, but his voice cracked. I knew better. Tara's attack had gutted him, called him a loser, a leech, in front of everyone we loved. My heart ached. I wanted to scream, cry, shake her until she felt his pain. Instead, I made coffee, sat beside him, and promised she'll regret this. He forced a smile, but it didn't reach his eyes. Tara blew up my phone by noon. Text. After text. Leah, I was stressed. Mia's school fees are due. You can't cut me off. No apology. No remorse. Just demands. I ignored her. My parents called. Still fuming. Mom's voice trembled. Tara's always been jealous. But this, unacceptable. Dad growled. She's got to learn, Leah. You did right. Their support felt like armor, but Tara's silence toward Ethan burned me. She'd taken our money, $1,200 every month for Mia's clothes. Her rent, that busted old Honda she drove. Yet she spat in our faces. I wasn't just angry. I was done. 2 days later, Tara showed up at our house. Unannounced. Mid-afternoon. Ethan was out, meeting a sponsor downtown. I opened the door, and there she was, hair messy, eyes puffy, clutching Mia's hand. Leah, please, she begged. I'm sorry, okay? I need the money. Mia, sweet Mia, looked confused, clutching a stuffed bunny. My heart broke for her, but Tara's fake tears didn't fool me. Sorry to me isn't enough, I snapped. You humiliated Ethan. Apologize to him, she scoffed, rolling her eyes. He's too sensitive. It's just words. I slammed the door. Her shouts echoed outside. You're abandoning your niece. I leaned against the wall, shaking. Was I too harsh? That night, Ethan came home quiet. He'd heard about Tara's visit from a neighbor. Leah, maybe we should help Mia, he said softly. God, his heart. Even after Tara's cruelty, he worried about her kid. I loved him more for it, but I held firm. Tara needs to own this, I said. She can't keep using Mia as a shield. We agreed no more money until she made things right, but Tara didn't stop. Her text turned vicious. You're selfish. Ethan's brainwashed you. Mia's suffering because of you. Each message stabbed deeper. I blocked her number. Silence felt like victory, but it was fleeting. A week later, at a family barbecue, Tara struck again. My parents' backyard buzzed with cousins, aunts, uncles. Ethan stayed home, still rattled. I brought a homemade pie, hoping for normalcy. Tara arrived late, tipsy, her laugh too loud. She cornered me by the grill, voice dripping with sarcasm. Where's your podcast prince? Hiding in his basement. My cousins froze. I saw red. Tara, stop! I hissed. She didn't. You're so blind, Leah. He's a nobody playing rock star while you pay the bills. I lost it. You've been mooching off us for years. I yelled. Ethan paid for your life, and you call him a loser? The yard went silent. My aunt gasped. Tara's face twisted. She threw her drink at me. Sticky lemonade splashed my dress. You're dead to me, she screamed, storming off. Mia ran. After her, crying. I stood there, dripping, humiliated that my parents rushed over, horrified. Leah, we're so sorry, Mom whispered, handing me a towel. Dad glared after Tara. She's out of control. My uncle muttered, she's always been trouble. I drove home, tears blurring the road. Ethan was waiting, his arms open. I collapsed into him, sobbing. She's tearing us apart, I whispered. He held me tighter. We're stronger than her, Leah, but doubt crept in. Was Tara right? Was I blind? No. I knew Ethan's worth, his success, his heart. Tara's jealousy wouldn't break us. I swore I'd protect him and expose her for who she really was. Weeks dragged on, and Tara's venom festered like a wound that wouldn't heal. I was livid her betrayal at the barbecue still stung, lemonade stain still haunted my favorite dress. Ethan threw himself into his podcast, churning out episodes. Like a man possessed, but I saw the cracks. His laugh was forced, his eyes dim. I'm okay, Leah, he'd say. Liar. Tara's loser jab had burrowed deep. I wanted to scream. How dare she? 3 years of our money, $43,200 total, kept her afloat, and she repays us with insults? I was done playing nice. She'd learned what crossing me meant. Tara's text stopped after I blocked her, but she wasn't done. Oh no, she went nuclear spreading. Lies to our family. I got a call from Aunt Carla, voice dripping with pity. Leah, is Ethan really unemployed? My jaw hit the floor. What? Tara told everyone he was mooching off me, that his podcast was a hobby barely covering his coffee addiction. She painted me as a fool, slaving at my law firm while Ethan played DJ. I set Carla straight, voice shaking with rage. He earns $220,000 a year. More than me, Carla gasped. Tara said he was broke. I hung up, fuming. That snake. She was rewriting our lives to make us the villains. I checked my phone cousins, uncles, even my old high school friend messaging. Is it true Ethan's unemployed? My blood boiled. Tara was out there, slandering us to anyone who'd listen. I called Mom, who confirmed the worst. Tara was at their house, crying to relatives, claiming we'd abandoned her and Mia. She's saying you cut her off for no reason, Mom said, horrified. She's twisting everything. I wanted to drive to Tacoma and shake her. How low could she go? Using her daughter as a sob story while trashing the man who bankrolled her life. I wasn't just mad I was plotting at work. I couldn't focus. Legal briefs blurred as I stewed. Tara had no job, no savings, yet she had the gall to call Ethan a loser. The irony. She'd been riding our coattails, smiling to our faces, then stabbing us in the back. I dug into her social media public, sloppy, a gold mine. Posts about late-night bar crawls, new tattoos, a $300 purse. Really? Our money funded her party life while Mia wore secondhand shoes. I screenshotted everything. Evidence. She wasn't. Struggling, she was reckless. I'd show the family who the real leech was. Then, a bombshell. My cousin Nate texted me a screenshot from Tara's Instagram story. Her at a club, arm around some guy, captioned, "Living my best life. No thanks." To my selfish sister. My heart pounded. Selfish? Me? I'd paid her rent, Mia's dance classes, her car repairs. I forwarded the screenshot to Mom and Dad, adding, "This is where our money went." Mom called, voice trembling. "Leah, I'm ashamed she's my daughter." Dad growled, "She's done." They cut Tara off, no more crashing at their place. No more small loans for emergencies. Tara was furious, texting Dad, "You're choosing Leah over me?" Damn right they were. I wasn't done. At the next family dinner, I brought my laptop. Tara wasn't invited, but her lies lingered. I stood up, heart racing, and said, "Let's clear the air." I showed the screenshots, her clubbing, her shopping sprees, her smug captions. Gasps rippled through the room. "This is what Tara did with our money," I said, voice sharp. While calling Ethan a loser, my uncle shook his head. Unbelievable. Aunt Carla apologized for believing her. I felt a catharsis, pure and electric. Tara's house of lies was crumbling. But the real revenge? It was coming. She pushed me too far, and I was ready to burn her world down. My victory at the family dinner felt like fire in my veins. Exposing Tara's lies was sweet, but I craved more. Her smug Instagram posts, her betrayal, her calling Ethan a loser, unforgivable. I was ready to bury her for good. But then, a twist. Hit me like a freight train, flipping my world upside down. Tara wasn't just a liar, she was hiding a secret that changed everything. 2 days after the dinner, I got a call from an unknown number. I almost ignored it, thinking it was Tara with another burner phone, but curiosity won. "Leah?" "It's Jake," a gruff voice said. Jake. Tara's ex, Mia's deadbeat dad, who'd vanished years ago. My stomach dropped. "What do you want?" I snapped. He hesitated. "Tara's been lying to you. About me. About the money." My heart raced. "What?" He claimed he'd been sending child support $500 a month for years, but Tara never told us. She pocketed it, letting us think he was a ghost while we paid her bills. I was shaking, fury and shock colliding. Jake sent bank statements, proof of payments to Tara's account. Thousands of dollars. She'd been double-dipping, taking his money and ours, living it up while crying poor. That $300 purse? His cash. Those bar crawls? Our cash. I felt sick. "Why now?" I demanded. Jake sighed. "Tara's telling people I abandoned Mia. I can't let that slide." He wanted to see his daughter fight for custody. My mind reeled. Tara, the victim. She was a con artist. I confronted Mom and Dad, showing them Jake's proof. Mom's face crumpled. "How could she?" Dad slammed his fist on the table. "She's been playing us all. They'd given Tara small loans, thinking she was desperate. Now we knew she was scamming everyone." I called Ethan, voice trembling. "She's worse than we thought." He was quiet, then said, "Leah, we need to tell the family. All of it." His calm fueled me. Tara's lies were about to explode in her face. At a family meeting, I laid it all bare. Jake joined via Zoom, showing his bank records. Gasps filled the room. My cousin Nate muttered, "She's a snake." Aunt Carla cried, "Betrayed." I showed Tara's post again, her flaunting that best life while milking us dry. Then the kicker. Jake revealed Tara had a gambling habit. Casino receipts, betting apps she'd blown thousands, including our money on slots and poker. My uncle roared, "She's done." The family agreed. No more help until she came clean. But Tara wasn't done wreaking havoc. She showed up at our house that night, banging on the door, screaming, "You're ruining my life, Leah." Ethan opened it, calm but firm. "Leave, Tara," she laughed, manic. "You think you're better than me? You're nothing." Then she threw a brick through our window. Glass shattered. I screamed. Ethan pulled me back. Neighbors called 911. As sirens wailed, Tara fled, but not before yelling, "I'll make you pay." My heart pounded. This wasn't just drama, it was war. I wasn't backing down. Tara's secret life was out, and I'd make sure everyone knew the truth. Glass crunched under my feet as I stared at the shattered window. Tara's brick lying like a grenade in our Seattle living room. My hands shook rage, fear, betrayal all at once. She'd gone too far. Ethan held me, his voice steady. "Where?" "Okay, Leah, but were we?" Tara's lies, her gambling, her attack, they were spiraling. She wasn't just a liar anymore. She was dangerous. I swore she'd pay. The police arrived, lights flashing, neighbors gawking. I showed them the brick, the security footage of Tara's manic screaming. "She's unhinged," I told the officer, my voice cracking. He nodded, jotting notes. "We'll find her." Ethan explained the backstory, her lies about Jake, the child support, our $1,200 monthly handouts. The officer's eyes widened. "Sounds like fraud." "Fraud?" My mind raced. Could we press charges? I wanted her to hurt like she'd hurt us. But Mia, sweet Mia, my heart sank. What about her? By morning, Tara was dodging calls, hiding out. My parents were wrecked. Mom sobbed. "We trusted her." Dad's voice was steel. "She's cut off for good." They'd found more proof texts from Tara to a friend, bragging about easy money from us and Jake while blowing it at casinos. I felt sick. 3 years, $43,200, gone to her addiction. And she called Ethan a loser? The irony burned. I texted Jake. "We're exposing her." He replied, "I'm in." For Mia. At work, I was a zombie, legal briefs blurring as I obsessed over Tara's betrayal. Then, a call from Mom. "Leah, Tara's at our house." My stomach dropped. She'd shown up begging, claiming we'd ruined her. Dad kicked her out, but not before she stole Mom's jewelry, $5,000 worth. Mom was hysterical. "She's my daughter." I drove to Tacoma, furious. Tara wasn't just a con artist, she was a thief. I called the police again, filing a report. They warned she could face jail time. That night, Ethan and I planned our next move. He was calm, but I saw the hurt in his eyes. "She scared me, Leah," he admitted. "That brick, what's next?" My heart broke. He didn't deserve this. I didn't either. We decided to help Jake get custody of Mia. He cleaned up, steady job, new apartment in Portland. "Mia needs stability," I said. Ethan nodded. "Let's do it." But Tara wasn't done. She posted online a vicious rant. Leah and her fake fiancé destroyed my family. Lies. I screenshot it, ready to fight back. Then the twist hit. Jake called, voice shaking. "Tara's at a casino with Mia." What? He tracked her phone. She was gambling, kid in tow, at 1 a.m. I was livid. How could she? I called Child Protective Services, reporting neglect. They moved fast, taking Mia into temporary care with my parents. Tara showed up at our house again, pounding the door, screaming, "You stole my daughter." Ethan called 911. As sirens closed in, I stared her down through the window. "You did this, Tara." Her eyes were wild, desperate. She ran. But not far enough. The truth was out, and her world was crashing. I felt it catharsis, sharp and fierce. Tara's screams echoed in my head as she fled from the cops, her shadow vanishing into the Seattle night. My heart pounded fury, relief, guilt all at once. She'd stolen, lead, endangered Mia. Ethan gripped my hand, his eyes steady but haunted. "It's over, Leah, was it?" Tara was a hurricane, and we were still in her path. I needed to end this. For good. The next day, CPS confirmed Mia was safe with my parents. Mom called, voice breaking. "She's asking for you, Leah." My heart shattered. Mia, innocent, caught in Tara's chaos. I drove to Tacoma, hugging her tight as she clutched her bunny. "Why's Mommy mad?" she whispered. I choked back tears. She's sick, sweetie. We'll help her. But Tara wasn't sick, she was selfish. Gambling our money, stealing mom's jewelry, dragging Mia to casinos, unforgivable. I vowed to protect Mia, no matter what. Tara was found hours later, passed out in a casino parking lot, reeking of vodka. Police arrested her for child endangerment and theft. My stomach twisted when Dad called. She's in jail, Leah. No bail yet. I felt a sick satisfaction. Good. Let her face consequences. But Ethan, ever the saint, worried. What about her addiction? He asked. I snapped. She made her choices. Yet his compassion gnawed at me. Was I too harsh? No. She burned every bridge. The family rallied. Jake flew in from Portland, ready to fight for Mia. We met at my parents' house, his face worn but determined. I've got a lawyer, he said. Tara hid my payments, lied about me. I want my daughter. I handed him Tara's text, her casino receipts, our ammo. My cousins, aunts, uncles, all stood with us, stunned by her deceit. Aunt Carla muttered, she played us all. I nodded, fire in my chest. Tara's lies were unraveling, and I was pulling the thread. Then, the final blow. Tara's court date came, and I attended, Ethan by my side. She sat there disheveled, glaring at me. The judge read her charges. Theft, child endangerment, fraud. Fraud? Jake's lawyer presented the bank records $18,000 in hidden child support. My screenshots of her lavish post sealed it. The courtroom gasped as her poor single mom act crumbled. You defrauded your family, the judge thundered. Tara sobbed. I'm sorry. Too late. She got 8 months in jail. Mandatory rehab. Mia was granted to Jake, with my parents' support. I felt a catharsis, like a weightlifting. Back home, Ethan and I stood in our repaired living room, the window fixed but scars lingering. He pulled me close. We're free, Leah. I cried, relief flooded me. Tara's reign of chaos was over. We hosted a family barbecue, Mia laughing with cousins, Jake grilling burgers. My parents smiled, proud. I raised a glass. To truth, everyone cheered. Tara's lies had burned out, but we rose stronger. And me? I'd never let anyone dim Ethan's light again. That's the end of today's story. Did things turn out the way you thought? Or were there some surprises along the way? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't joined the community yet, now's the perfect time. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to catch new stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.